Hey everyone, it's Katie Kratzberg at Christ the King here with another video. We got some good feedback on the first video and decided to do one to talk to everyone who is either learning virtually right now in kindergarten through 6th grade, or for anyone that might have to go virtual due to a choice or a quarantine situation. So I want to go over some things in regards to what you need to know when you're learning at home virtually, or your students need to know. Okay, the first thing is you need a Google account, but you already have one. Your student has a Google account, and it is something that their teacher will give them the login and password for. If you do not have your student's login and password, you need to contact your classroom teacher and they can help you get that. So you're not creating a Google account, you're just logging in with an existing one for your student, okay? The other thing is they have to be logged in by 8:15. So they need to check in by 8:15, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do the check-in, okay, when we get there. They need to be ready to learn, and that means some things that are outlined in the handbook. So on page 26 and 27 of the handbook, if you need to refer to it and read it, there is a section on virtual classes. They do begin at 8, they end at 2:55, but of course, in between, there's going to be the students going to lunch and recess and mass and different things like that. Something I want to say about mass, it is streamed on the private CTK FSPTO group. It's not going to be on the public page, but it will be streamed in the private Facebook group. And if you can, please pull that up when your student's class goes to mass so they can participate in the mass as well, just as if they were here at school. Okay. Students will be given deadlines for assignments the exact same as their class peers. So if something's due in class that day, in class, it's also due for our virtual students. The only exception would be is if they don't have materials for it, or it's something new that arose that they don't actually physically have something they can do, okay? Students need to be dressed and groomed as if they were coming to school. They don't have to wear school uniform, they can, but they do need to be dressed, no pajamas or anything like that. And they need to be in a common room of the house, not their bedroom. So make sure that when students are logged in and learning, they're in a common room, like a living room or a kitchen of the home. Any recordings or screenshots of the online classes cannot be shared to your personal social media accounts. So please don't take pictures of your student's screen where you can see other faces or anyone else, just to protect the privacy of everybody. You may not share those to your personal social media sites, okay? Let's talk about Google Classroom. So I'm going to share my screen with you and show you how to get to Google Classroom, okay? So all you're going to do to get to Google Classroom is just simply go to classroom.google.com. You can see that right here. Oh, I have to pull it down because I'm sharing. So classroom.google.com, and then you're going to log in with your student account, and I'm going to log in with my daughter's account just so you can see an example of a real class here at Christ the King. So I've logged in with her before, so I already have her login information saved. If it's the first time, you need to get that. So I'm going to log in to classroom.google.com. You can pin this, save it, whatever you need to do. And you can see here is Miss Sharam's 2nd grade. Now, here is the stream. This is kind of what we call the stream. You can see it's called stream here. This is where the teacher will post information, post assignments, post notes, things like that. So you can see Miss Sharam posted assignments here. Also, she posted a Google Meet link, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit, and just notes for her class, okay? If you go over here to classwork, see at the top, classwork, you can actually see their assignments. So even if your student is not virtually learning and you want to go look at the assignments for the week in the lesson plan, instead of going to fax like you would have done last year, you need to log into Google Classroom. Your student needs to be logging into that. So they're here in classwork, and you can see science for today, worksheet for lesson 1. So here's all the assignments, and you can go back to every day. And every kindergarten through 6th grade teacher is posting all the students' class assignments here, so you can check that. Okay, it will also tell you if you want to view the assignment, you can add work, make comments, and this is how you need to be communicating with your teacher in Google Classroom during the day when you're doing classwork. Okay, so let me talk about Google Meet versus our YouTube live stream. So one example of Google Meet is going to be, if I go back to my stream, I can see there's a Google Meet here. I'm not going to join because she is actually teaching right now. So you need to allow access. This tells me actually who's on the call right now and that I can join. I won't do that because she is teaching, but that is how your student will log into Google Meet when they are needing to see their teacher one-on-one and virtually talk with Google Meet. You can see faces, they can talk to one another, and teachers will be doing this mainly in the older grades, but also in the younger ones too. I shouldn't say that. This is for when everyone needs to talk together. This is not the live streaming. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to get out of here. And most of your teachers are posting links every day to their live stream, their YouTube live stream. So for example, this was on August 25th. Ms. Sharam said, good morning, here's the link for today's live stream. All you need to do is click that live stream and it will take you to a private stream of the classroom, okay?
Yes, you'll leave your planner.
So I'm gonna pause it, but this is, you can see the day that Ms. Sharam live streamed, and we can actually see her classroom, okay? This is something that the link, video will be there. So you can go back, rewind, fast forward, everything like that. So these are private and unlisted, so you must use that link to access it. If you go to the teacher's YouTube page, it will not be there, okay? Some other things to note is when they are live streaming, they're in and out of the classroom. So they're going to the restroom and they're going to lunch and recess. They're not live streaming that. Sometimes they may forget to turn the camera off because they have a lot going on, and that's okay. When you get to that point, just kind of either fast forward or just watch an empty classroom. If they turn it off, usually they're saying, hey, I'll be back. And we'll be back at 2:55 for Spanish or whatever. So make sure that you're checking in on that live stream all day because they're going to be in and out. And this is a work in progress. So we want to tell you that if you have questions to please ask them, but please also understand that they're learning how to do this and teaching and all the things. So those are the difference between Google Meet and your YouTube live stream feed. So I hope that's clear. I'm going to show you now how to check in virtually. And this is for kindergarten through 6th grade when you are virtually learning. So I'm going to share my screen again here. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Google Classroom, and you're going to see something called virtual attendance. And sometimes it's posted at the top. Sometimes you need to scroll. I would save this if you're going to be learning from home. I would save this link so you have easy access to it. It's going to be a form. It looks like this. Google Forms, virtual live stream. And when you click it, it'll look like this, virtual attendance. So I'm going to choose, it gives me the option for everyone in the class. Now I'm just going to choose, hit submit. I'm not going to do it, but that's how you check in. Okay. So that's what you want to do every morning by 8:15 to show your teacher that you're there and you're ready to learn for the day. Okay. And let's talk about sick days. So if you need to take a sick day for any reason, you can learn from home. You do have to check in by 8:15 and do the whole day's worth of work. If you are truly sick and do not feel well, take a sick day. That's okay. That means you are not logging in and doing work, you're resting and getting back to healthy, and it is okay to still take a sick day if you need it. You do need to call our school office if you're going to be at home and not virtually learning to log that sick day, okay? So I wanna make that clear too. If you are not virtual and need to go virtual for any reason, You need to call the office as soon as you know that you're going to need to do that, because our teachers need more than just a few hours notice to get a packet ready or information ready to send home. They will not be able probably to get something done during the school day. So please, as soon as you know that you need to go virtual, if you are not virtual, let us know as soon as possible. Same thing if you are virtual right now and you plan on returning, you need to call and let us know so that teacher is not making a virtual packet to send home for the student, okay? Anyone who is virtual, especially those who are 100% virtual or virtual for a few weeks, every Friday, you're gonna have a packet in the office of things to pick up unless you're told otherwise. I think the announcement said today that 5th grade didn't really have a packet to pick up. Everything was on Google Classroom, but check those messages. Otherwise, come in. Friday from 8 to 3, you need to pick up a packet in the office if your student is virtual. And if you have questions, please call the school office. They're happy to answer your questions and find out information for you. I hope that helps answer some questions about our virtual learning option. And if you need to learn from home, you can always refer back to this. Please email or call us if you have questions about checking in or checking assignments. We're here to help, and we want to make this as smooth as possible for our teachers, our students, and our parents. So let us know, and we hope everyone has a wonderful weekend.